for Denver. Murray, Brown. Game 5 underway. Boom coming off his 43-point explosion, a career high on 13 of 17 shooting. Conley finds Randall. They're going to feature him offensively without Edwards and DiVincenzo. Double on Randall, force him to give it up. 7 to shoot now for McDaniels, who has really shown some offensive skill set. He's going to hear it, though, from the fans after the way Game 4 ended. And Julius Randle gets things started with a 3.
And not a great offensive set to start the game, but Randle bails them out there. And Randle and McDaniels are going to have to get it done on the offensive end here tonight for the Timberwolves.
Nikola Jokic, who has put up good numbers if you just looked at points, rebounds, and assists, but his field goal percentage is way down as Cam Johnson gets his first shot to go down.
And a good sign for Denver. Get Cam Johnson a shot, get him going early, get that confidence up for the Nuggets.
David Adelman, head coach for Denver, was very clear with Cam Johnson. If you're open, shoot it. Felt like they had a number of actions that he was hesitant with in the last couple of games. Good sign there to get them on the board. McDaniels too strong. Brown clears the board. Nikola Jokic averaging 25 points, nearly 15 rebounds and 8 assists in this series, and his first one goes. So Jokic gets an easy one in the mid-range off the nice feed, and he's going to continue to go up against the stifling defense of the Stifle Tower, Rudy Gobert, who has been outstanding in this series. Another. Jokic and Murray, that lethal two-man game. That's a long 2, and it goes. Plus the
efficiency on the offensive end to start the game, what Denver needed.
Again, Jokic is 5% or more of the team's points in a playoff game. And that was one of the messages from David Adelman. The others around them have to be assertive and stop watching. That's going to help with a strip from Brown. Murray running with him. Brown's going to attack, and he couldn't spin it in. Then a strip there from Johnson, but Randall gets it back. McDaniels on the fend-off, offensive foul.
15 points per game in this series, so you lose that challenge and you lose McDaniels probably for a while here in this first half.
Terrence Shannon Jr. will come in for him as Johnson's 3 over the top and then scooped up by Gobert. Chris Finch had a lot to say about Shannon. Felt like his season was largely hijacked by injury, but played his best ball down the stretch in the regular season and loved what he did last year against OKC in the playoffs. They know that he's ready for these big moments, and right on cue he gets to the rim, but he can't finish on that awkward delivery. Johnson looking to push. Murray attacking on Conley. They're going to go right at that 38-year-old as much as they possibly can as Johnson gets all the way to the rim.
Pick and roll action. I like how he didn't settle. Get to the rim.
Loose ball scooped up. Spencer Jones with a runway. In the Game 4 loss at Minnesota, felt like their effort was excellent, but their offense just couldn't follow suit. Better start here tonight, but Randall's doing it all himself. He's got all 8 for Minnesota.
And he's being hyper-aggressive here, but he's going to need some help on the offensive end. Right now, if you're Minnesota, you got to weather the storm. You know that Denver's going to come out.
Hurry! Buries a deep
sense of urgency, and it's on display.
Randall back to work. Can't respond. Murray was open momentarily. Now it's Jokic. Get it ahead for him. Murray is bumped, and they're going to call it on the floor. Murray more space, but he can't hit that time. So Mike Conley, who really didn't play for about a month towards the end of the season, he finally got a little bit more burn. As Chris Finch said, yes, the Mike Conley month preservation as Ayo Dosunmu has his first bucket following his 43-point game. The month preservation of Mike Conley has come to fruition, and he's ready to go, feeling as fresh as he has in years now in a postseason action. Open look. Christian Brown can't hit. Randall inside, off the hands of Gobert, out of bounds. Season up 3 early on, and Jokic has his second bucket of the night. 11 to start this game, just much more efficient from what we've seen, and another steal. Murray off to the races against Conley, had it knocked away, out of bounds. Turnovers per game. Shannon all the way to the rim as he lays it in. He's in there because of the 2 fouls on Jaden McDaniels in the early going here, and Shannon has his first bucket for Minnesota. 2-man game, as is customary here at Mile High. Murray right at Conley, over the top for 2.
And that was good defense, better offense, but I like the from Jamal Murray.
He and Jokic have put up big numbers, but the field goal percentage efficiency has been way down from what we are accustomed to seeing from arguably the best two-man game in the NBA. Randall got out of it, and Shannon way off on the three. Jokic comes away with it. Up ahead for Murray. Johnson trailing the play. He'll attack on Connolly. And he finds the trailing Jones who had it denied, but he's fouled. Right, I was always told that you're supposed to show transparent about his role. He came in and he worked his tail off every day, has earned his spot in the rotation in the postseason, started his career in Denver. Naz Reid, former Sixth Man of the Year, on the floor as well for the Wolves. 7-point Denver lead, their largest of this opening quarter, just past the midway point. Around for Reid, dynamic with the ball in his hands, nearly had it stripped, and he did. Jones comes away with it, saved it into the hands of Highland. Right down the middle, outside for Shannon, full reset on the shot clock. They're going to say it was a possession from Denver. Highland lost it. Reid will fire, way off. Another rebound for Jokic, his second. He'll survey the floor. Now it's Murray off the screen. Working on Gobert. Bounce it for Jokic. Over Reid, and he gets it to go, plus the foul. 39% field goal percentage, 18.5. Bruce Brown will check in next dead ball for the Nuggets as Highland draws the contact on the ground.
And of course, Shannon together are going to have to pick up the slack collectively as a group on the offensive end.
Here is Shannon attacking baseline, out of bounds. For just 2.5 minutes into the game, Jaden McDaniels picked up his second foul, so he's been on the bench since. Denver has taken advantage. Jokic missed that one. The extra help from Gobert, who wanted a foul after he corralled the rebound. Now Highland sets the offense in motion. Dosunmu, 43 points on 17 shots, the second most points in a playoff game off the bench in NBA history. Will snake through, push it up, and he doesn't get the roll. Good box out by Jokic. David Adelman stressed, screening can get you open if you're not Jamal Murray or Nikola Jokic, but those two guys do it as well as anybody. As Murray comes up short, follows his miss, a lot of contact, but it was taken away by Dosunmu. Naz Reid, spin, can't score, couldn't get his own. Gobert does, to the outside. And a reset with 10 to shoot for Highland. Spin on Hardaway and a foul on the outside. It'll be played since April 1st, so Julian Strawther with some first quarter minutes as Bones Highland. Jokic gets rid of it, Strawther right back to him. Now Jokic on Gobert, way outside. Hand it for Johnson. He'll fire. Pure. Be their third scorer as Dosunmu responds with a triple.
How about the confidence this young man is playing with? He just, man, continues with that hot streak.
Chris Finch was pretty honest that they were curious if the shooting numbers were real, as one find from Jokic inside. He'll tee it up. Off the heel, it's going the other way. A
foul. He just went right by them.
Right now, he was unfazed. He was in his flow state. And a foul's going the other way. An illegal screen against 7 threes in the first quarter, tied for the second most they've made in any quarter of a postseason game since 2000. With 8 points in the first, gets things rolling here in the second.
In that first quarter, and I like getting Randall on the low block there. Let him use that physicality and get to the free throw line.
Meanwhile, double point guard lineup here for Denver. We just haven't seen this often. Tyus Jones getting into this series and will have the ball in his hands along with Jamal Murray. Jonas Valanciunas has played sparingly. He'll get early minutes to start the second as well. Back down against Randall, and another offensive foul.
Valanciunas extending that left elbow.
So 40 seconds of play and 2 fouls for Valanciunas. Get it inside. Anderson. Good defense by Murray at home, and it's a 1-point game. Jones on Dosunmu, and a push.
Slow-mo there with the finish.
It looked like it was in slow-mo all the way down to the bottom of the bucket. Open look for Spencer Jones. And Anderson clears the board. A chance for Minnesota to go back in front for the first time since the opening minute of this game. Anderson looking for Randall. Back to Anderson. Kick it out. Extra for McDaniels. Oh, he fumbled it. And Jones scoops it up. Jones gets all the way to the rim and lays it home. Alman said it when they added Tyus Jones as he draws the offensive foul. He said
a foul on that screen on Randall.
He'll attack, hook, Jones, the cut, he couldn't finish it. And then a foul on the Reed.
Just missed an open three and missed that wide open layup.
Tough one for Reed. Doesn't go. The leak out. Brown was open momentarily, but Randall recovers defensively. 2 minutes gone here in the second. Jones has been running the show. Murray, bounce it. Spencer Jones, extra. Valanciunas, and a travel. So Valanciunas with 3 turnovers in his first 2 minutes of action. Trying to bide the time with Jokic on the bench. Jokic in the first quarter, 8 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists. Reed attacks on Jones. Floats it up and in.
And he is so skilled right there. Saw the smaller, showing off that left hand hook.
Murray off the curl. Now it's Jones off the screen. He'll pull. Can't hit. Rebound to Reed. And then taken by Brown. Lazy pass by Naz Reid. Brown read it the entire way. Brown thought about it. Reload for Murray. Inside Valanciunas. Doubled immediately. And a whistle and a foul. Has still been a struggle. Just 3 for 11. While Minnesota 7 of 13 from downtown. Murray on the attack. Tough fader. It goes.
Oh, that was tough. Jamal Murray just clearing everybody out. I got this.
Such a unique matchup where you see big men who are the ball handlers respectively for their teams, whether it's Julius Randle, Naz Reid, of course Nikola Jokic, as Randle will try. Can't hit on the 3. Long rebound falls to Anderson. Couple of pumps, tries to find the cutting Randle, and he spun it just off the
great feel and continue to
know the former teammates. Is that what you're saying?
Never.
Well, because you have gold.
Yes, that's true. Yeah. No, we're good friends. Good teammates, good friends. Still competing.
Yes, and Boris is one of the best and really did help to bring some of that playmaking big man style as Valanciunas finally gets one on the board after the early 3 fouls and 3 turnovers. Minnesota expected some level of zone defense from Denver. The Sooners trying to be a zone buster, and he can't hit. Looks like a miscommunication defensively, though, more than anything. Denver trying to take advantage of the miss. On the pull, Brown comes up short, tipped by Valanciunas to the outside for DeSumo. Now McDaniels, he's going to hear it every time he touches the ball. His passing gulped by Murray.
And that's the 13th turnover here for Minnesota.
Brown all alone. Valanciunas comes flying in.
Just given, bringing some physicality, toughness, great activity, buying time for Adelman with Jokic on the bench.
Reed lost it, got it back, flings it to the outside. 10 to shoot for Randall. Anderson, running start. Reed 3. It's good.
You can't give Naz Reid any space. I mean, just that quick trigger. Once again, whether inside or outside, being effective.
He was just 4 of 14 from 3 through the first 4 games of the series. Already a couple off the bench here tonight. Now it's Valanciunas back to work on the post up. And he just goes right through Randall. 6 straight points. Lob it up. McDaniels guides the rest home. And David Adelman's going to call a timeout.
Head coach Chris Finch just about Dante's spirits, and he said, look, he's ready to get at it, knows it's a long road ahead, but he said he really appreciated Jason Tatum's words after Tatum's game. He said that runner's knee in his right during the regular season. Well, this injury is his left knee that happened in the first half of that last game. He was diagnosed with a left knee bone bruise and hyperextension. He's out indefinitely, guys.
Yeah, look, the good news with Dante DiVincenzo, he was sent to Anthony Edwards. Chris Finch felt like they dodged the bullet, and they certainly did. No ligament damage in that knee, and there's a chance if they can extend this run, he can make his way back as Jokic misses another 3.
That's where Jokic has 27 from the three-point line coming into this game. 0 for 2 here tonight.
Now it's Randall in attack mode. Back down on Jones. Shimmy shake with a pump. Had it knocked away by Jones. Another turnover. 3 on 2. Johnson had it knocked back by Highland. Now Johnson will attack. Get it to Brown, and now they'll reload. Half the shot clock on for Tyus Jones. McDaniel steps up on Jokic. Had the 2 early fouls in the first. Double comes from DeSumo. Kick it. Jones 3. Bottom.
finally there. Denver knocking down a three, but you double off Jokic, you will get good looks because he'll find you.
7 assists for the Joker. McDaniels floater in and out. Jokic with another rebound. Head up, get it to Brown. Spin, drive, and slam! "14 assists for Denver." Highland lost it, out of bounds. 5 rebounds for Jokic, who during the regular season had 34 triple-doubles, averaged a triple-double for the 2nd straight season. On the outside against Gobert, who has taken the fight to him defensively in this series. Jokic goes right at him, and he floats it home.
Just great patience his body, and once again, right at the rim.
Gobert going right back at him. Comes up short. Jokic head up. Brown attacks again. And this time he lost it. And it's going the other way.
At the rim. A throwback. The big guys going at it.
Talk about a throwback. Mike Conley still getting it done as Randall just raises it over the front of the rim.
And that's what Minnesota has to do more of. Denver, not a shot blocking team, no rim protection. Got to go to the rim.
Spencer Jones takes flight for 2.
That's Jones, I like his activity, moving without the basketball.
Jokic jumped the passing lane, and he's out for long seasons. And what this guy is as competitive as anybody playing this game in the entire world. He loves to win and he hates to lose as much as anyone. You can see it by his impassioned play today, and really anytime his team is down, as Highland comes right back with another triple.
How about passion right now? Highland locked and loaded from 3.
3 of 4 off the bench. He's got 9. 3:05 to play. 3:06 with the foul at Highland against Murray, Christian Brown, Spencer Jones, Jokic, and Johnson. Deep one for Murray. And he just can't rim it in. That's been the 2 differences in this game. Turnovers, 14 for Minnesota, 6 for Denver. 3-point shooting, 9 of 17 for the Wolves, 4 of 15 for the Nuggets. Highlands hit 3 of them. Looking for more. Time to get busy. 3 to shoot for Randall. Has to put it up. Got it off in time, and he can't get the roll. Rebound, pinball to the outside, fight for it. McDaniels over the top of Johnson. Randall drive and kick. McDaniels loads it up. Weak side rebound of Jones. And an offensive foul is going to be the screen on Christian